Hey class, it's time to begin unit number 2. Today we're going to be looking at how different numbers can have many different names. The way that we find those names is we use numbers and we use different operations. So the operations that we're going to look at today are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So let's look at an example. We're going to use something called a name collection box like this. You might want to draw one of those on your paper when you have a chance. We're going to start with the number 10. So 10 goes right here at the top, very much like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to experiment with different numbers and different operations. So for the first couple of examples, we're just going to use one operation in each name. So an example for 10 would be something like 5 plus 5. An example that would use some subtraction, maybe we would do something like 12 minus 2. So you can see we're using different numbers and different operations to come up with different names for 10. So every box should equal 10 in some way. So we can also use multiplication, so maybe we do something like 10 times 1. And then we could also use division. So maybe we do 20 divided by 2. So each of those is a different name for the number 10. So what I would like you to do is you're going to pause your video here in just a moment, and I would like you to do an example make a name collection box using the number 20. So pause your video and try it. Alright, hopefully you have had a chance to complete a name collection box for 20. Here's some of the examples that I came up with. It's important to remember that there's an unlimited amount of correct answers, so if you don't have exactly what I have, you still may have some correct answers, but here's some that I came up with. For an addition name, I came up with 10 plus 10. For subtraction, we can do something like 30 minus 10. For multiplication, maybe you do 4 times 5. And if you want to do a division, maybe you do something like 80 divided by 4. So we have all of those examples there. So one thing that we can do to make it a little more complicated is we can start to add more than one operation into each name of the name collection box. So if we want to do an example, let's go back to the number 10. So we'll put 10 back up here at the top. And now if we want to use more than one name, maybe we'd do something like 10 plus 5 minus 5. And when we complete all of those operations in the order that we're supposed to, we end up with 10. If we were going to come up with another one, let's say we want to use some more subtraction in there. Maybe we would do 20 minus 15, which right now you're at 5, so then you need to add 5 back on. We can add in multiplication and division as well. So maybe we would do 3 times 5 minus 5. 3 times 5 is 15. Minus 5 brings you back down to 10. And if we wanted to add some division into our name collection box, maybe we do something like 100 divided by 50. So 100 divided by 50 leaves you with 2. So then we need to get back up to 10, so we would add 8 back on. So what I would like you to do now is you're going to go back to the number 20. You're going to create another name collection box, pause the video, and see if you can come up with at least 4 names for 20 that use more than one operation. So pause your video. Alright, hopefully by now you've had a chance to complete your name collection box for the number 20. There are an infinite amount of correct answers, so even if you don't have exactly what I have, as long as your answer is equal to 20, you're going to be okay. Here's some of them that I came up with. We have 15 plus 10 minus 5. 15 plus 10 is 25. Got to take 5 back down to get to 20. Remember, we always want to get back to here. A good strategy is always just try something and then see what you need to do to get to that original name. So let's say we want to do something like 2 times 8. You just completely make it up if you want to. 2 times 8 is 16. To get to 20, I know I need to add 4 more. Try something with division. Let's do something like 100 divided by 50. Well, 100 divided by 50 is going to leave you with 2. To get back up to 20, I can go times 10. And let's try one more. Let's go a little crazy. We'll do at least 4 numbers in here. So let's do a division to start. Let's do 100 divided by 25. Well, I know that's 4. Let's take that times 6. So 100 divided by 25 is 4. 4 times 6 is 24. I need to get to 20, so now I can subtract 4. So that is a name collection box. Please mark down on your paper if you're feeling pretty confident about this, if you're kind of understanding it, or if you're really lost, and that will help you decide which group to put yourself in tomorrow.